and welcome.
Boom, what is up guys? My name is Dan, this is Energy Tavern, and you are most certainly welcome. And today we played some Pioneer on stream, and it was fun. It was really fun. Just brewing alone was really fun. Sometimes in Modern, actually a lot of the time in Modern, you'll brew a deck, but in reality you're not really brewing a deck. You're just going ahead and you probably added a couple of original cards, maybe an enchantment that nobody really saw before, which may not be that good, but it's fun to brew around. But then the rest of the deck would be like lightning bolts or fatal pushes, counter spells, stuff like that. The vast majority of the deck would be the same as another deck that's remotely similar. So unfortunately, Modern is in a place right now where the format is most definitely solved. I think the format is in an awful place right now. I think it's probably the worst it's been in years. Forgetting broken formats like Hagark and Eldrazi. Obviously, Hagark was way worse than it is now, but the problem is in Modern at the minute that if you play a big mana deck, you're likely to have a chance of winning. Since the banning of Faithless Looting, the answer to the consistent aggressive things like Dredge, like the Arclight Phoenix decks, which preyed on the big mana decks now, are gone. So the big mana decks have basically made the format worse than it was before. Again, forgetting Hagark and stuff like that. But anyway, enough about Modern. We're here for Pioneer. Today I streamed some Elves. We tried some Elves out. That was pretty fun. That was pretty good. Actually, a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was just, I was going to try it, get out of my system. Actually, it turned out to be pretty decent. We played some Emerge, as you can see on screen right now, and we played some Mono Black Devotion. Mono Black Devotion was actually pretty nice. I think the deck could be definitely improved, but it was quite fun. So I'm going to go ahead and put these games on screen for you shortly. There'll be some links down below as to the timestamps for each one. We only played a couple of matches. It was just some testing, some casual on MTGO, so nothing too serious. But one thing I will say before we go into that, though, is I do think Aetherworks Marvel might be a problem. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not calling for a ban before any kind of serious play has taken place, but I forgot how broken that deck was in Standard, and I would like to have reserved judgment for a while, but I can see that getting a ban, Aetherworks Marvel. I think everything else in that deck is fine. I think Team Energy is fine, but Aetherworks Marvel was just a broken card. It was a massive mistake by Wizards. But we'll see going forward. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead. We're going to start off with Elves, then we're going to go Mono Black Devotion, and then we're going to see some Emerge. And I hope you guys enjoy this content. If you enjoy this content, subscribe down below. Go ahead and check me out on Twitch. I'm also on Twitter if you want to go ahead and check me out over there. If you want to see this kind of content, take care of yourselves. I'll see you later. Being a little bit slow now. This is just tournament practice. This is the only way you can play it right now online. See here, we're just doing the tournament practice rooms here. We'll do a deck tech in a second. I don't want this player to leave the game, but here is a quick snippet of the deck if you like. Let's go ahead and take a look at our hand. I think this hand might be a mulligan. There's probably a few too many lands in here. We're only playing, I think it's 18 lands, so I think we're going to mulligan. This is not a bad hand. I guess this will probably have to do. The arrow. I don't know if we're meant to keep this amount of lands, though. Red deck wins? I know this is red deck wins. What do you want about Ziggurat? How you doing, man? Let's keep this. I think here I might get rid of the Metallic Mimic, actually. We could also get rid of a land. But I think we're likely to draw any mana dorks or any more lands off the top, actually. So yeah, maybe we do just get rid of land. Let's get rid of a forest. That'll do. So, our deck list here, we're playing some Elvish Mystics, Llanowar Elves. It's good in Modern. It's good enough for this one as well. Some Deathrite Shamans. People forgot this was in the format, I guess. Very, very good card for obvious reasons. I guess one gets a little bit worse because you can't exactly mana ramp aggressively because there aren't fetch lands, so it's not as easy to do stuff. Oh my god. Well, speaking of mono red, that's probably not good for us. That's probably a bad start. Okay. Let's just go ahead and play this and pass. So, we've got some Dwynen's Elites here. Again, staple in Modern Elves. The only thing we're really lacking in this version of Elves, really, is the actual payoffs. The big payoffs. Ours are not quite as good. I think it's safe to say. Elvish Clangcaller giving out elves +1/+1. Metallic Mimic, if you get this down early, all your elves then come out with a +1/+1. You get a little bit of, tutoring up an elf from your library with a Growth Chamber Guardian, Marwyn, and a Shaman of the Pack of the ways to kind of drain your opponent out of the game. Beast Whisperers, if you get this down, keep casting Elves off the top, pretty good, and then Collected Companies and Obelisk of Urds to treat you up, or like get a bit lucky. Hopefully you can find loads of Elves, and Obelisk of Urd, again, to just grow your team. Looks like our opponent has got just a 1-drop here. It's not quite a 2-0 yet. And looks like they're just holding up burn spells for now, which may be good for us, I don't know. I think we're just going to have to go ahead here and we'll just play out the Metallic Mimic. I don't necessarily think we need Metallic Mimic in this position, but our opponent's almost certainly got a removal spell on hand, and I think out of everything in my hand right here, I would rather the Metallic Mimic get killed right now. I know that means that our Elves in future may become suspect to a something like a what's the 3-drop? The Goblin Chain Whirler. But if you look at all our Elves in hand at the minute, outside of the Elf token, are going to be 2/2s anyway, so they should be fine. Hopefully our opponent doesn't have too many. Well, if it was good enough last time, it should be good enough now, I guess. But I think I'd like to actually double spell next turn. So I might just take a gamble on the Incubation Druid here. Or even maybe just get the Beast Whisperer down. Actually, this is 4 mana. Maybe I should have put this back. This might be a bit too cute. So hopefully our opponent doesn't have another piece of removal. Looks like they don't at the minute, but maybe they're saving it to get prowess on the Swift Spear. Okay, they've got the aggro plan going on. We can win versus loads of stuff on board. This isn't mono red prowess in Modern. We can definitely deal with a couple of hits of creatures that aren't massive. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Deals 3 damage to any target. If at least 3 mana, it deals 4 damage instead. Okay, so... Well, actually, that's not a disaster. Hey, Cajun, how you doing? That's not a disaster. Our opponent's now empty-handed, and we're taking 6 here. That is a lot of damage. If we draw a land off the top, though, we can double spell next turn. And one of those will bring along a token. And if it's Mimic... There's the land. So the Elf... The Mimic is the chosen creature type, so we can just go ahead and... Metallic Mimic first. We'll name Elf. That's a pretty sweet draw, actually. Then we can just go ahead and... Dwayne's Elite. Becomes a 3/3 and it comes along with a 2/2 as well, so... Not bad. Not bad at all. How's life then, Cajun? You're going to play an upgraded Ramiap Red in Pioneer. Looks like that might be a good idea, actually. Oh, no. That's a good draw for them. Because now when you burn spells, shrink our team rather than just killing them. So I guess, like, actually any removal spells will just kill our team anyway. See if our opponent wants to attack. They do not. I wonder if now we're meant to just go ahead and just Beast Whisperer here to try and get some card advantage going long. And I think I will do. I think we're at a relatively healthy life total. So let's just go ahead and play... Beast Whisperer now. Comes down as a 3/4, so it's heavily protected. If our opponent finds another one of these Slaying Fire, then we should be okay. Pioneer is not available at MTGO. Oh no. Please just find a land or something. They found another Abbot of Carroll Keep. Nice. But now, unless they find a land, I assume they can't play the card on top. So that worked out pretty well for us. It's a Soul Scar Mage, that's even better. We don't want to see any more creatures at this point, I think. Let's see if our opponent wants to attack. Yeah, it's not available on MTGO as such. We are just... Look, we're just playing it in the freeform queue. So either player can quit at any time if they want to. Let's go ahead and cast a Dwynen's Elite. We'd just like to find something with a bit of life gain here, but I don't know if that even exists in the deck. That is such a good draw, because now we get to like go double spell as well. It's going to mean we take a point of life. That was actually a pun. I shouldn't have played this land more waste because we could find a forest or a green source off the top. Let's go ahead and cast this. Obelisk of Urds. Oh my god. Oh shit. Oh shit. Wait. Use the ability? Oh my god. Holy shit. So whenever this is out... This ETBs, it gets a counter, and it says whatever a counter is put on it. It doesn't mean you have to use the adapt thing. So now we can just go and find another one, which means the next one will just enter the battlefield again and put a +1/+1 counter on it, and we can go search another one. That is insane. Okay, let's go ahead and cast Deathrite Shaman. Comes in as a 3-2. We drew another card, which was an Elvish Clan Caller. Jesus Christ. Oh my god, we are so swinging for lethal next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, you know what? I don't know if I should be casting this, because we could just get done over on the field. I think we should probably just wait one more turn. We can wait one more turn, I think. We can wait a turn. There's actually quite a few people occasion who are in the freeform queues who are just playing Pioneer. Probably found a land. This game is over. I think they're done. I think they're done for. Oh, I really want to cast that, but I think I'm just going to play my Elvish Clan Caller, draw a card. Another Coco. Okay, fair enough. Are there any lands in graveyards? There are not. That sucks. What does this do again? Do we gain life from this? Oh. I've never played with Deathrite Shaman in my life, by the way. Let's go ahead and Obelisk of Erd. What are we not going to attack with? We probably won't attack with this. Or the Mimic. Which means we probably have to wait until next turn for the Obelisk of Erd. There's another Elf. We'll wait till we untap. But this game, we're done. We're done. This game is over. We are done. We are absolutely done. We're going to wait. I know we can attack right now, but I don't want to just die on the crackback. Maybe our opponent just blocks with like the Gitu Lava Runners, and they somehow don't die this turn, I guess. I don't know. So we're just going to wait, because they could just, like, on 10 life with prowess triggers, it's not unreasonable that they could maybe find a lightning strike off the top or something like that, or another one of these. And then all of a sudden we're dead. So we're just going to wait till next turn. I don't see us dying here if we don't block. Another Abbot of Carol Keep. They find a lands. That will be the game. I can't see them coming back now. Yeah, our opponent's just going to concede that one. So we would have gone Coco and probably Growth Chamber Guardian here. But that was something. I guess I probably should have, instead of putting down the Obelisk of Erd, I probably should have just gone ahead and played out the rest of my Elves in hand, and then gone Obelisk of Erd next turn. But there you go. Sun-Scorched Deserts? Is that for that? Is that a good card? I don't know. I don't know. This deck could probably use Fatal Pushes in it, actually, I think. Do we want the Assassin's Trophies? I would assume we do want the Assassin's Trophies, actually. Man, Marwyn is going to be insane if this gets to grow. So we've got a Marwyn in here as well, but say +1/+1 counter on Marwyn whenever an elf enters the battlefield under our control. And then we add a ridiculous amount of mana with Marwyn as well. We didn't find any Shaman of the Packs there, so maybe I should have gone for the Drain effect for a bit more fun. Right, I think we do bring in some amount of Assassin's Trophies. We don't have any life gain in this deck, so that's another worry. I don't think I want to bring in all of the Assassin's Trophies. Sure as I don't want to bring in Thoughtseize. Pith Needle doesn't really do anything. Rexage doesn't really do anything. Heroic Intervention can protect us against some stuff, but then if our opponent has Soulscar Mage out, Heroic Intervention essentially doesn't really do anything. Because the yeah, Indestructible is like irrelevant. I guess it like gives us stuff hexproof. Maybe it's worth it. We'll probably have to go with Mono Black Devotion. I've got some lists lined up today, Cajun, so I'll try and have a go. But we have got quite a few lists lined up today. But we can certainly try and have a go. I think the Beast Whisperers are a bit cute in this particular matchup. Like, 4 mana is a lot of mana, and we need to curve out reasonably well. Don't get me wrong, when we get the board established, then Beast Whisperer is going to draw us a whole bunch of cards. We're going to look pretty good, but I think I'd rather have a little bit of removal we could draw into, rather than something that is essentially win more. It's not hard for our opponent to remove that. It's only 3 toughness unless we have a Lord out or a way of giving it counters. Right. So opponent say anything to us? Oh man. I don't think there's any way I could put this hand back, as even though we need black mana with the Shaman of the Pack, I don't think there's any way I could put this back. You gotta work? Ziggurat, what's going on here, mate? We agreed we're not doing that stuff around here anymore. Clan Call, that's not a bad 2-drop, although, to be honest, if we get to untap, I'll probably just go for the Dwynen's Elite. This deck has 8 mana dorks in it. We could play Gnarlroot Trapper, which is a 1 black mana. It's basically Elvish Mystic, but you have to pay a life every time you tap it to add a green mana to your mana pool. But it's a black Elvish Mystic, should we say. This isn't Modern Squad Chief, because Modern is doomed! Is doomed! It's not really, obviously. Oh, no. Play Swift Spear, play Swift Spear, play Swift Spear. Don't hold up removal. Damn it! You suck! You are the worst man alive. Or lady. Although, Aussie, I would assume, is possibly a lady? A man? Aussiezy. I don't know. Let's just go with Metallic Mimic again. I think if this thing stays around, it's probably looking okay for us. You don't see a Dried Out Arrow? Well! Sierra, we are not playing Dried Arbor in this format. Roast. The good news for us again is that our opponent is getting a bit empty-handed. The problem is we kind of don't have anything on board, and we kind of need lands as well. Let's go ahead and Deathrite Shaman. It's not a bad top deck, I guess. I don't think Modern is doomed. I think Modern is fine. It's just, this is an exciting new format. And quite frankly, Modern at times, I think, is... oh my god. They've got all the removal. Although they're going at us. So they must have another piece of removal in hand. Well, this is like Mono Red from Standard, isn't it? It's basically Mono Red from Standard, and they've just added a couple more things. Yeah, our opponent's got double. They've got all the removal spells. But on the plus side, our opponent is getting a little bit empty-handed now, but we are taking a lot of damage here, though. But I do think, what I really like about this format is it helps deck brewers, this format, which is obviously something that I try to do. The unfortunate thing about Modern at times is that there's people who are really good at the game, but just don't brew decks, and that's going to be a massive downside to them at the start. Oh my god! Oh no! Hey, CMC15. He's building terrible jank brewing. Fair enough, Sierra. You know what? Fair enough. Can't argue with that one, can I? How can I argue with that one? It's not even a lie. We need some life gain here, and I don't think it's ever going to happen. I think our opponent's just got enough removal to get them through this one. That's not a bad top deck. I guess I should actually go for Collected Company. I'm just going to do it now before my opponent gets to untap. I don't see how we win this. Oh my god, that is certainly not what we wanted. Double Elvish Mystic. Look at all those lands! I don't want all those lands! Well, there's no way we're blocking with the Elvish Clan Caller, so I'm just going to attack. Exactly, it's just like people are being pretty unoriginal. I've gone ahead. I mean, in fairness, I can't really talk because these are the decks I've made for today. So there is an Abzan deck in here. I did put together an Abzan deck. I avoided the temptation to put an Elvish Mystic in here or something like that. But then I made a Hardened Scales deck. Hardened Scales was a deck in Standard for a while, but it's very, very different to that Standard deck. There's a lot of differences in this version. Then we've got an Emerge deck, which I came up with. A lot of people are going with Sultai Emerge, so they can just mill over cards, and then they're playing it like Dredge. I don't want to do that. I don't think that's a very good idea. So instead I've gone down the Arclight Phoenix, LD Fiend, and I forgot, is it Charms in this format? You make a 5-colored Mizzet deck. See, that's part of the reason I don't like Modern anymore, is shit like that. It's just like, it's stupid. It's such a dumb format at the minute. Unfortunately. That's what people like me who are bad say, though. I think that's only what happens when you're bad. That's what you say. No, the deck is stupid, not Niv Mizzet itself. Let's just go ahead and do this. Oh, wait, we have to double block. We have to block. Oh, this feels bad doing this, though. I don't think we can win if we block, but I don't think we can win anyway if we do block. I think we're going to catch 22. Because we just died to Raminette. I mean, we're going to die to Raminette runes anyway, so whatever. I guess, like, I don't even know what we can draw. Let's just let it go, whatever. I think we're just dead. We have to block one, obviously, but with the Raminette runes on the field, we're just dead next turn. Doesn't even win the game. I'm always whining. It's what I do well. Okay, let's go ahead and collect a company again. Would normally be a good top deck, but not so much here. Deathrite Shaman is slightly too late. Slightly too late. I mean, we'll go for it and hope that our opponent forgets about the Ramunap ruins somehow. Let's take the Shaman to the pack. Drain our opponent. We did what we could. We did what we could. But I don't think it's going to be enough. I think we are fudged. Okay, let's attack. Get in for 3. I guess if our opponent forgets that this Ramunap ruins exists, we have a chance next turn. Oh, never mind, they got Wild Slash. Guess they'll do it as well. What are the rules with this format? There isn't any rules. Guess I should probably bring in the Rex Age over. I don't want to bring it over a collected company. Maybe Marwyn's a bit cute and the Shaman of the pack. We just need to like keep stuff on the field before we start worrying about growing our team. Play naked? Nobody wants to see that, Squad Chief. You especially. You don't want to see that. Hell, Lindsay's the person who's been blackmailed into that. Oh, cheers for the bits, by the way, CMC15. How you doing, by the way? You okay? I was watching Stickball Russ, good to hear, man. I was watching Stickball Russ stream last night, and I was like, you know what? I wasn't even playing Modern. I was like, I am so done with Modern. Like, I'm not done with Modern, that's the wrong thing to say, but I was just like seeing like the amount of times Amulet Time would get a turn 3 win thanks to like the ridiculous cards that like keep getting added to the pool. And like Tron consistently on 5 cards getting like turn 3 Tron. It's just like, it's just dumb. It's just so stupid. It makes like brewing virtually impossible in Modern. Unless like something clearly like, okay, like 5 color Niv Mizzet is an exception. I switched the camera, Squad Chief. I used to have my camera on this screen. It's now on this screen. So now there's a window right there so you guys can see out the window. If I'm not doing it for you, you can take a look at... if I can't hang, go and play Pokemon. I mean, I'll still play Modern on the channel, but like... I'm just really excited to do something different. And just, you know... I just reiterate, do something different. I really want to keep this hand, actually. But I think we might need to lead on the 1-drop. I don't want to keep trading spells. I think this is actually a kind of hand I want to keep. Because if our opponent doesn't have immediate removal on turn 2 for the Growth Chamber Guardian, we get to turn 3, hold this up constantly. So let's just go Overgrown Tomb tapped for now. You don't want to see outside? What the hell? What? Exactly, a format of our Tron lands just like, it's so tedious. Like, don't get me wrong, I said this in my video yesterday, like, sometimes in Modern, it's so good, it's by far the best format, it will be better than this, like, with the upside. But my god, is the fucking downside so miserable. Hey, Black Deacon. You're a Yoshi. Well, that's an annoying top deck. I don't want that now. Okay, let's just go Growth Chamber Guardian. I guess we can throw one of these away since we have another one in hand. Also means our opponent might have to immediately remove this. Having said that, I think it's probably not bad for them. Because we're not going to be really... We're not really going to be able to just activate it whenever we like. Well, I guess we have to let it go. If they have the removal spell, they have... Like, we know they have it in hand, otherwise they wouldn't be attacking. Well, maybe they don't. So our opponent just hoping we... So our opponent just hoping we don't activate this, I guess? That is a hell of a top deck. Okay, let's go ahead. Hey, Noble Scorpion, how you doing? Thanks for the follow, dude. What am I on about? Mon has been the best it's ever been? Are you fucking joking? I mean, relative to what it was a couple of months ago, I guess, or like a month ago, yeah, it probably is amazing, but no. No. You can play it Noble, but you can only play it in the freeform queues. So if you look here, we're in the... Where are we? The freeform queues here. So this is where basically people... It's like turning up to your local game store and just saying, I'm going to play this deck. I don't care about the rules. That's what freeform basically is. So you can play it, but you just can't play it in any kind of sanctioned event yet. So it's just casual. But because people really want to try the new decks, you get to see a lot of, like, well, I hope a lot of different brews. There is the Wizard's Lightning. That's fine. Really weird that our opponent didn't use it, like, during our turn. Sorry, for the prowess triggers, because, like, you're always going to use it on this anyway. Why not just use it while we're untapped? It makes no sense. And that's why we lowered on the Elvish Mystic first there, by the way. You'll notice we went Elvish Mystic into Dwyning's Elite. The Dredge list, the Emerge, I plan on playing all of these decks today. I might play Cajun's deck as well, because Cajun was straight in there with a brew. Cajun was Mono Black Devotion, was it Cajun? I can't remember. That is a rather nasty thing to have to block. I'm kind of hoping they don't attack here, actually, because I don't want to really trade any creatures at this point, but I don't really want to go down to 12 as well. Because I think if we can just stabilize the board here, we're looking pretty good. Let's just go ahead and take a... Let's work this out. If we just go ahead and... Marwyn into Growth Chamber Guardian. I think our opponent has to remove the Marwyn anyway. Or did we just go Obelisk of Erd? Our opponent hasn't been using their removal spells. They've just been adding to the board. Maybe they're just setting it for something next turn. I think black might be the strongest colour. It's certainly got the most powerful spells. The problem is that blue has the most broken cards. If we go 1, 2, 3, Marwyn, 1, 2. I said that's all. It's gonna leave us one card, one mana short of being able to Obelisk of Erd here. 1, 2, 3. Play this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Yeah, we're gonna leave. We're gonna be one mana short of being go Marwyn and Growth Chamber Guardian here. What happens if we go? What happens if we go Growth Chamber Guardian? 1, 2, 3. 4. Well, then we have no blockers. We can't really do that. We have to have some amount of blockers here. Maybe we just, you know what? Maybe we just go for the Obelisk of Erd here. Let's just go for the Obelisk of Erd. To try and set up for next turn. Hope our opponent doesn't just kill us here. They have missed land drops, so they're only going to have a small amount of mana for next turn. And we still have a 4/4 here, so that's pretty big. Which cards like Dig Through Time, Treasure Cruise, they're pretty broken cards. They're banned in multiple formats for a reason. Like, I think those are the most broken. Yeah, the Delve spells, but that's it. But I will say, Cajun, I don't think they're going to be as broken in this format as they would have been in Modern because there's no fetch lands. So unless people are going to play Evolving Wilds to make Delve spells work. But I do think that it makes cards like Thing in the Ice quite scary. Because Thing in the Ice just wants to play loads of one-drop spells. Yeah, Standard's a bit different though, isn't it? Standard's like was a much smaller card pool. I think it was the fetch lands in Standard that made it quite bad, I guess. Okay, our opponent's just going to go and get rid of Dwynen's Elite. That's actually not the worst situation. We're still only taking 6 here at the minute. And it's going to be hard for them to remove all of our creatures going forward, you would think. Also, Marwyn... This is just the power. It doesn't even care about the count. Jesus Christ. Woo! Okay. Let's just do this one. And then we're going to go ahead and do... I mean, we'll just Elvish Clangcaller. Get our team as big as we can. Your turn, opponent. I mean, they've got 4 cards in hand, so this isn't necessarily a win here. So it won't be that long before new fetch of... Yeah, I mean, there's a fetch land in the most recent set, but it's like... It's not a bad fetch land, because it's probably fine for standard, but it's not great for modern, is it? They are not allowed in Frontier CMC 15. And it's probably for the best. Jesus Christ. Although saying that, Ren and 6 probably wouldn't be broken or as good in this format as is in Modern, because Ren and 6 is only really good because of stuff like Ghost Quarter and Fetch Lands. Like, I mean, Ren and 6 it would still be a good card, don't get me wrong, but it would probably be worse in this. So right, here's the decks. Should we do a vote on what deck we're going to play next? We've got Sphinx's Tutelage Mill. I forgot Sphinx's Tutelage existed. I completely forgot that existed. If you haven't seen it before, it's where whenever you draw a card, your opponent mills 2. So we're just going to play a deck that draws loads of cards. And then with this. And then in the sideboard, we'll go Thing in the Ice, Arclight Phoenix. And, well, that's it, actually. In the sideboard, as alternative win conditions. We're playing Elves now. We've got the Emerge deck. We've got Hardened Scales deck. And we've also got just traditional Abzan, which I assume that'll get no votes. Let's do a straw poll here. So we've got Abzan, Scales, Emerge, Tutelage, Mono, Black, D's. There you go. We'll vote on the next one. I don't have that one built. It was something that would probably have to be built at some point. Oh my god, that is a lot of damage coming our way. Please don't attack. Please don't attack. I think we're dead next turn. Oh, we're just not going to have this. Oh no, too many lands. Too many lands. Okay, let's go Growth Chamber Guardian. Put a counter here. Activate this to activate this. Go and get this. Hey. Hi, Larry. Thanks for that lovely message. Oh, my thing isn't very loud, is it? Sorry, guys. What a nice guy. And I guess... I mean, we may... The thing is, I don't know if we can attack. I don't know that we can attack. That's the biggest problem we have here. We have lethal probably next turn. And because our opponent's playing stuff like Shock or Wild Slash, as it's called in this one, I'm not too sure we can even go ahead and attack here, because like the 1 point of damage might be relevant. How about Carol Keep? Okay, maybe I should have attacked. What have they got? Goblin Chain Whirler, yeah, okay. 1 card left, what have you got? Oh my god, now they have loads of outs off the top. Oh, no, 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 don't attack. Don't attack, just, actually, yeah, do attack. That's fine if you attack. We can take the damage. Okay, can we please have something good off the top? Something good? Great. Lovely. Oh, thanks for subbing as well, Cajun. And Larry, obviously.
Hey Dan, the current problem with this new format is we don't know exactly which card you We'll hunt with the most.
Halfway through that sentence, I knew what the second line was going to be. We don't know how we will punt the most. I should attack here, by the way, because I don't know if we're dead or not. I just like, I'm kind of just, I'm tired of trying to actually work out whether I'm dead or not, so just fuck it, attack. I want to move on to the next deck. So, has anybody gone with a straw poll yet? Has anybody voted? This isn't anything too serious. Well, thanks for the subs, guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, why not? It's kind of put us in an awkward situation where I probably shouldn't have done this. This is probably a bad idea. And by probably, I mean definitely a bad idea. We can still activate this, though, but it only goes to our hand, doesn't it? Yeah, this is definitely a bad idea. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They only take 17. Well, I suck. Okay, fine, whatever. Right, there we concede. Sure, well, I'm bad at the game, what can I say? Right, good game, opponent. It was fun. It was fun still. I'm going to be playing another round of... What are we playing? Pauper. Thanks for the 1-bit, Larry. Today we're playing some Mono Black Devotion, a deck that was, or at least an archetype that was pretty broken before my time in Magic, fortunately for me, because apparently it's quite a tedious time to play Standard, but we're playing some Mono Black Devotion. We're looking to use Pack Rats and a Nick First Shrine to Nyx to kind of just generate loads of Pack Rat tokens.
This is how you interrupt him.
Thank you very much. We're using Gary, Grey Merchant of Asphodel, to drain our opponents. We've got loads of black... I think I just realised what occasion made me play this deck. We've got loads of black pips on here. Like dildos. So that when Gary comes down, it drains our opponent for a lot. In the meantime, we've got stuff like Thoughtseize. Pack Rats just generate card advantage if we get a bad top deck. It's kind of like... It feels a bit Jundy, actually, where Pack Rat is... Not literally Liliana of the Veil, but like... We're taking advantage of bad top decks by pumping it into getting some value still. We've got Lily Last Hopes here, which I don't know this is going to be anywhere near as good as Lily Veil for obvious reasons, but it's this version, this format's Liliana of the Veil, I guess. What the hell is Dreadshade? Oh, that's pretty good, isn't it, with Nykthos Shrine to Nyx? 1 black mana, give it a +1/+1 until end of turn. That's not bad. Kalitas, really powerful card. It's going to be one of the mainstays, I think, in the 4-drop area. Certainly there's graveyard decks going around like Rally the Ancestors. In fact, if Rally the Ancestors is like a good deck in the format, which it was in Standard, then all of a sudden Kalitas becomes certainly up there as tier 1 graveyard hate, because it's quite hard to remove in this format, I would think. Because stuff like Fatal Push is quite hard to turn on, because Revolt is not as easy when you don't have a fetch land.
Hey Dan, how sad were you knowing Faithless, Looting, Chalice and Thrones of Chaos WASNT? Available in the new format.
It killed me. Apart from Thrones of Chaos. That card should be banned, so I don't have to put it with that meme anymore. As if, like, that meme's gonna go away. What am I gonna do about Pioneer without Living End? What am I gonna do? I'm gonna have to think of another Living End deck, or, like, some kind of reanimation deck, at least. Maybe it's just, like, Rally the Ancestors. We've got Duresses in the sideboard, Liliana's Triumphs to make our opponent sacrifice a creature. So if we are against Boggles, Boggles is possible in this format. Glade Cover Scout was in M14, and there is another 2-drop double green with Hexproof. So Boggles is possible in this format. So if we come up against Boggles, Liliana's Triumph's going to do that. Collective Brutality, a good deck card in Modern. Not too sure about it in this format yet, but we'll give it a try. Lily Death's Majesty, I guess, is a great board wipe, eventually. I'm not really too sure why I have these. Ley Lines, these could potentially go up in value since they're now double dipping into 2 formats. And then just loads of types of board wipes. Let's just go and play some games. People don't want to see me do a deck tech. People want to see some games. I just realised a slight problem. We need to make this, for today at least, we need to make it freeform. So that's basically casual. That's the only way we can play casual today, or Pioneer today, is with playing in casual events. Play! Let's go Medic. Is Read the Bones better than Sign in Blood? Read the Bones has Scry 2, doesn't it? Yeah, Scry 2, draw 2 cards. So I guess The question here is the 1 mana worth the Scry 2? I guess it's an argument. It's not really. I think most of the time there's going to be very rare situations where you make your opponent sign in blood, so they lose the game. But I think you're basically arguing here that, like, is the 1 extra mana worth the Scry 2? Because obviously, like, paying extra mana, that's a lot of 3-drops in the deck, whereas it could be a lot, you know, a bit thinner on the 3-drops and more 2-drops. But I think scrying 2 in a format that looks to be a little bit slow, you just saw in that matchup against Elves, our opponent was still pretty slow in killing us. This hand is so unkeepable. Thank you very much, Larry. We're no longer playing Gruul meme stuff. Okay, deck. We're going to be playing some mono black D's. Nuts. I'm down with the kids. Right. Oh my god. I don't know if this hand is keepable either. There's too many high drops in this one. How many lands are in this deck? 23 is a fair amount of lands. That seems about right. I mean, maybe 1 short, but I think even that would be unfair to say. I don't really see any like advantage of keeping this hand. It's like, we've got 2 lands that come in tapped. I guess we could just pitch like the Gary and just hope we draw lands off the top. Because I don't really want to get up to 6. I need to update Dream Decker as well, for God's sake. I'm gonna take a risk and just keep this one. I think we have got a lot of lands we can draw. We've got a lot of 1-drops we can draw, a lot of 2-drops we can draw. So if we're unlucky, oh no, not mono red again. Come on, guys, you can do something different. Having said that, we're not playing anything original, are we? We're playing mono black Devotion. Let's play Witch's Cottage. What does this do again? When it enters the battlefield, if it enters untapped, you may put a target creature card from your graveyard on top of your library. Okay. It's not really something we're that interested in. Okay, that's a good draw. If we're not going to draw a land, I'm quite happy drawing stuff like that. Let's get this Gifted Aetherborn down. Oh, was that a mistake? Should I have actually gone for Pack Rat instead? What is going on? Our opponent's not doing anything. I'll update Stream Decker now for you guys so you can take a look at the deck. Oh, okay. Well, we're going to get to gain some life off this. Looks like they're like a Punisher Prison kind of thing. Might be playing against standard Punisher Prison here. It's kind of cool. It would be nice to hit a land drop here. Please? Oh my god. Okay, let's just go Pack Ram Pass. At least if we can draw lands now, we can just start dumping mana into this. The problem is I really want to get this Liliana down. Like, I really, really, really want to get this Liliana down in this matchup. If they're playing like Goblins... Yeah, if Torbrand comes in here, we're in trouble. We're in so much trouble. Lightning Strike. Okay. Well, that was always going to happen. Why is our opponent not attacking with this? I would definitely attack with that. Land? Wow. We've drawn all 3 Kalatases. We've drawn all of our 4 drops. We drew one of our remaining 21 lands. That feels pretty unfortunate. Not that one. Well, I guess we're passing again. I think we're done here. I think we're done here. What were we drawing off the top? I mean, 20... Yeah, I mean, there was actually 23 lands in the deck, but maybe 21 is just not enough. Yeah, 23... But we had 21 left in the deck, was what I was saying. Right. Let's see. We need to bring in removal here, I think. Oh my god, Drowning Sorrow and Boros... Bontu's Last Reckoning sound great. I don't ever want the Collective Brutalities. I guess it is removal for a decent-sized creature. No Desecration Demons. Yeah, I guess we could be playing Desecration Demon. The thing is Desecration Demon better than Kalatas in a deck potentially that has a lot of... in a form that has potentially lots of graveyard shenanigans in it. By the way, Cajun, at the minute, you'll notice with every single deck that I've built, there's at least 2 Pithing Needles in the sideboard because of Aetherworks Marvel. You have to have Pithing Needle in your sideboard at the minute, unfortunately. I don't think Aetherworks Marvel is going to survive. I think it'll be one of the first cards banned. But I think you have to have Pithing Needles in your sideboard for Aetherworks Marvel. I think you have a choice. Take out a Gary. I think we can win the game before Gary comes down anyway. I think we can probably trim a Lily here. And maybe a Read the Bones. I want to trim some of this top end. Because we're already bringing in like a whole bunch of 3-drop like, board wipes and stuff like that. So I think... Maybe Lily Last Hope isn't the thing to take out. That's probably a bad idea. Let's trim off one of those. What do we got? A few more cards left. Yeah, but we're a deck... Remember, Cajun, we're a deck that does not stop our opponent's top deck. So they can top deck at any time. And they get the energy, and they can activate it straight away. So... I don't agree with that. Maybe these Collective Brutalities like that. They're good removal spells. I don't think we need them. We've got board wipes anyway. Probably trim a Fatal Push as well. Whilst removal is good, remember we don't turn on Revolt that easily, so I don't think it's going to be as good as we think it is. I mean, I'm going to keep this hand because we know what we're against. I'm hoping the Liliana's going to do work here and we can get something good with the Thoughtseize. We're going to hit our land drops, so that's good for us. We're going to try and hold this castle, whatever it's called, for a while. So what are we looking at here? Lightning Strike, Krenko, Glorybringer, Legion Warboss. I think we take Glorybringer here, even though we're a long way off needing to deal with Glorybringer. I think we can't really deal with him right now. Perfect. Oh, no, they have Lightning Strike. Well, that's probably okay. We can probably deal with a Lightning Strike, to be honest. I think I'd rather than Lightning Strike a Gifted Aetherborn, or would I? Well, we're going to cast him now, because we're going to have to cast him at some point. Our opponent's going to have the Lightning Strike at some point anyway, so we may as well just get the... Abrade also deals with it, yeah. Abrade does deal with it as well. Okay, that's a Lightning Strike. Opponent's got that out of the way. Get to play Lily this turn. Kalitas is not a bad thing to follow up with as well. That's pretty good for us. Let's play the Mutavault. I think I'm actually going to... Do we want to tick up on Lily or not? So I would like to get that Gifted Aetherborn back, but I don't know if getting Gifted Aetherborn back necessarily achieves anything here, because then Lily just dies. So I think I'm just going to tick up for now. Then we can just go Kalitas next turn. We can't actually activate this. This card's really good with Pack Rat, isn't it? Because Pack Rat, we're discarding the cards, then a bit later on we're just drawing a card and probably just losing 1 life. So yeah, Lily's going to take a damage here. Oh my god, that top deck. Oh my god. Okay. The only thing I'm a little bit worried about here is this. I don't know if I should have waited on the... I don't know if I should have waited there on the land, because I can get back a Kalitas or something like that from our graveyard. Do I want to use this now? We could just go ahead and... Opponent's got 3 unknowns in the hand, plus their draw step. We could just go ahead and Kalitas here. I think we're going to take a risk here. I'm just going to go Kalitas. This might be wrong. I should probably take advantage of being able to get rid of this while I can, but... Our opponent has something crazy like Lightning Strike in hand. Then that's annoying, but it's not the end of the world. It's probably still okay. Yeah, it's Krenko. Sure. So now the hope is we draw a removal spell off the top. Our opponent has to attack with this. And because we have Kalitas on the field, we can keep Krenko in check. They can't really just attack with Krenko. Jesus! Opponent, please discard a card as well. Jesus. This was like a 4 for 2. That is sick. That is disgusting. Okay, they have got a lot of 2-drops. We saw the Krinkos there, so I'm going to bring in the Collective Brutalities. I don't think I want the Fatal Pushes, actually. In fact, I might even take out all of the Fatal Pushes 6. It's going to be so hard to turn on Revolt. I guess we should probably keep, like, 1 or 2 in, just in case. We should do that again. I mean, that was revolting, wasn't it? That was just disgusting. That was like an absolute massacre. We need to cut one more card. I'm just wondering if I trim the Dread Shades. Because, like, we're just not going to... Yeah, I don't think Dread Shades is that good in this matchup, to be honest. They're going to have, like, loads of blockers. Like, it's going to be so easy for them to remove. Keep. You're right. Yeah, when you draw a reasonable amount of lands, you're okay. That ain't bad either. Let me tell you, that ain't bad. Right, we'll just leave with Mutavault here. So the reason we're going to leave with Mutavault is because we have Urborg. So then this is going to be a swamp next turn anyway. So we get to potentially give this haste if we want to, although we're almost certainly casting Gifted Aether-Ball. We don't have to worry about stuff like Blood Moon in this. Oh, that's actually an annoying time to draw that. Let's go ahead and Thoughtseize. We could put down the Gifted Aether-Ball here, but I don't want to trade a Gifted Aether-Ball for a Lightning Strike right now. Wow. Okay, we'll take the Legion Warboss. Our opponent has removal, but that's all they have. MTG Goldfish, 1-0. If you go on MTG Goldfish, there are there's already you can already submit Pioneer decks. So you've got MTG Goldfish, go to user submitted decks. I mean, we just need to gain some life. We just need to stabilize. I'm just going to go ahead here and... Is it Lightning Strike they have in hand? So we know about these 2 cards. Let's just go ahead and Lily. Let's just go ahead and Lily for now. See if we can force our opponent to add to the board, and then we can Bontu's Last Reckoning maybe a bit later on, and then follow up with stuff like Gifted Aether-Born. That's where I got, to be honest. I said that I brewed some decks. That's where I got the main idea of some of the decks I built. I was like, okay, I remember that card. Like Sphinx's Tutelage, I completely forgot existed. That might make us actually just go to Bontu's Last Reckoning straight away. I don't think we have much of a choice. We can't let that stick around. So our opponent's got a Lightning Strike plus 1 unknown in hand. That's annoying. That's very annoying. Actually, I think, you know what I'm going to do here? I'm just going to, now that we drew the Fatal Push, I am 99.9% certain my opponent pre-combat is going to Lightning Strike the Gifted Aether-Born here. So I'm just going to go ahead, play our land. We'll play the Gifted Aether-Born. And I'm pretty confident my opponent's going to use that Lightning Strike to get rid of Gifted Aether-Born here. So that means that we can just then... the Fatal Push will be turned on. The Revolt will be turned on so we can get rid of Rabble Master. The only thing is, are they going to do it pre-combat? Or are they going to do it at the beginning of combat where they get the token? Kind of hoping they do it pre-combat. Oh! That feels like a great matchup for us, though. That was pretty sick. That was nice. Let's play another game. And then we'll move on to a different deck after this one. Wait, I didn't even check to see if my opponent was playing... where are we? Kazakhs? Yeah, they're playing Pioneer, cool. I should probably just check to make sure they are playing Pioneer. It seems like a perfectly reasonable hand. You know, we're hitting our land drops, we want to hit our land drops. We've got Thoughtseize, Fatal Push. Let's just take a look at what we're up against. And it looks like it's Counter's Company. Oh, not Counter's Company. Just counters and shit. So our opponent's doing their own version of Hardened Scales. I guess we just take the Winding Constrictor and then just try and deal with what's on board. Actually, I don't think we ever want to see this Hangerback Walker. Real hard. What? I talked about stuff that's real hard. I don't think we can ever deal with Hangerback Walker, so we might just have to take Hangerback Walker here. Even though we have the Fatal Push, I know. But I might want to just push the Winding Constrictor. And I don't want to kind of be forced to use my Fatal Push on this later on. This is a tough decision. Our opponent also can't cast the Winding Constrictor at the minute. Like, they don't have any coloured mana. So I think we're just going to go with the Hangerback Walker, because we don't just want to Fatal Push that and then just get wrecked by Thopters in the air. Possibly. I mean, Kalitas could be a sideboard card. It could be consideration, Chiaro. That's also another card we don't really want to see. We might have to try and just... Okay, let's just get this Gifted Aetherborn down. We have plenty of removal now, and what's even better is we can choose this to get back the Gifted Aetherborn if our opponent removes it. It's going to stop them from attacking. What the hell does this do? You gain 1 life for each colour creature you control. That's pretty good. That's not bad. They've got a lot of coloured creatures in that deck, I would assume. There's the Aether Hub. That goes really well with a Winding Constrictor as well. Oh, that's a good point, actually. It does feed Kalitas, doesn't it? Because they have to sacrifice a creature if they don't want Desecration Demon to attack. Speaking of Kalitas... Okay, we're just going to have to go ahead and... even though we have the Kalitas on the field, let's go ahead and attack first, get him some damage. I'm sure our opponent won't block. Okay, let's go ahead and Fatal Push Steel Overseer now. So we still know about these 3 cards in their hands. They've got 1 unknown plus their draw step. We've still got the cast down as well. We don't really want to use a cast down on this. It's just not worth it. Jesus, PRG. Are you fucking serious? Are you fucking dead? Okay. That was the hardest 69 bits I've earned in my life. Okay, let's let this happen. I think we're almost certainly going to cast down this anyway, so maybe just use the mana now, because I want to go Kalitas next turn. So he's not about 2 of the cards in our opponent's hand. Yeah, we can't really let a Walking Blister come down with that on the field anyway, so and we're going to have to tap out for Walking Blister next turn. Oh. Oh, that changes things. Okay, we're doing this. Damn it! Son of a bitch! Okay, let's get in for some damage. We're not going to play the land because we might want to get it back if they somehow get rid of Gifted Aetherborn here. So we're going to try and wait a little bit if we possibly can. I can thank Squatchy. Well, thank you, Squatchy, for the 69 bits. I don't even like saying the word 69. It's kind of... it's got connotations in the porn industry, I think. Perfecto. 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 Let's attack for 2. The only problem is this gets a little bit worse with Scavenger Grounds around, but if my opponent wants to take an entire turn to hold that up, then fine. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What's occurring? Uh-oh. Oh, no, 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 no. 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 Yummy. How dare you, sir? Yummy is not good. Mate, I live in the middle of the UK. The only docks around here... I'm trying to think of something I can say there, but there is no docks around here. I live like... I think it's about like 100 miles or something like... I don't know what that's in kilometers, like 150 kilometers, I would guess, I don't know. To like the nearest sea point. That is a not great top deck. That is up there with one of the worst ones we could have. Just go ahead and attack. We can't just sit back. We're just going to get wrecked if we sit... Oh my god, they have walking ballista... Wait. When it dies... Wait, please block. Please block. Please don't read your own card. Pull it down on me. Pull it down on me. Come on now. Damn it. Why didn't you block? You suck, sir. You, sir, suck. Fine. We are so dead. We've just drawn too many lands, unfortunately. I don't think you can really, like, say you've drawn too many lands when you have 6 lands on turn 6. I think that's pretty unfair to say. Yeah, it becomes a 4-4. Do they want to trade with Kalatas here? Guess he might go for it next turn, but the thing is, he's playing it a little bit risky. Please don't give me a land. Please, no. Okay, you know what? We're going to attack. Since we drew the land anyway and our opponent's tapped out, we can go ahead and just replay. We may as well attack, get him for some damage, get the life gain, and then go ahead and just play Witch's Cottage. Okay, play this. Wait, it goes on top of our library, doesn't it? That's much worse now. Why did I do that? Oh, that was a bad idea. That was a bad idea. Oh, dear. It takes me all night to get there. Mate, do you think I like set off on a Saturday afternoon? Yeah, I beg my opponent to not read the card. I did say pull it down on me. Oh, I forgot it puts it on top of the library. Why do I always remember things just after I play the card? I want it on top of my library. That's a terrible top deck. Okay, let's start setting up the next deck we're going to play. We'll start setting up now. We had a good fun with this one. This was a good deck to play. So, the next deck we've got, for those of you who may be new to the chat, we have, not the trade binders. We've got Abzan, just Abzan. I'm sure that one won't get many votes. We've got the deck our opponent's playing, but ours is a bit different. We are not an artifact build. We're playing stuff like Experiment 1. We're playing some Servant of the Scale. Comes in as a 1-1. The 1-1 is a counter. Some Avatar of the Resolutes, Nissas, and then some Verdurous Gearhulks. But then also the Hangback Walkers and stuff like that as well. We've got an Emerge deck. You guys want to see a kind of a dredgy kind of thing, where we bring back Arclight Phoenix's Haunted Deads to trigger the prized amalgams. And Elder Deep Fiends to sacrifice the Arclight Phoenix, Haunted Dead, or the prized amalgams to tap our opponent's lands down, and we get a 5/6. We also have Sanctum of Ugin to go tutor up another Elder Deep Fiend afterwards. Or we have a mill deck. We have Sphinx's, I'm spitting on myself, Sphinx's Tutelage. Elder Deep Fiend is I love Elder Deep Fiend. I'm so glad that that card might see play in this one. But this is Sphinx's Tutelage and Psychic Connection, or Corrosion. Basically, whenever we draw a card, our opponent mills 2 with both of these. So we're playing a deck that has 2 enchantments that mill our opponent, and then every other card in the deck, apart from Baral, draws us cards. Although you could actually argue that Baral can draw us cards, though we don't have any counter spells main board, so I guess it won't. And then we flip into an Arclight Phoenix thing in the ice sideboard. Right. Let's get back to this game for now. Yeah, we're done. We're going to concede that one. Well, I'm going to put a vote out to Salmacis, so we're going to go ahead and do a straw poll now. So Emerge, Abzan, Hardened Scales. And what was the other one? Emerge. Oh, wait. Hardened Scales and... Yeah, Emerge, Abzan, Hardened Scales. Oh, and it was Mill. There we go. So go and vote on the next deck you want to see, guys. Whichever one gets the most votes will play. We'll give it until the end of this game because I don't feel good about this one. Leyline isn't good. Usually it's good against these decks, but I don't think it's good here. Let's bring in as much removal as we can. As much removal as we possibly can. This as well. Drowning Sorrow sounds pretty good. Bontu's Last Reckoning sounds pretty good. If it's removal, we'll bring it in. Definitely taking out the Dread Shades here. We're not interested in trying to race them. Cast Down seems fine. Faith to Push It seems really good here. Pack Rat actually seems kind of bad here. Because we're not really in... We're definitely the controlling deck here. Our opponent's kind of the combo aggro deck. So Pack Rat actually doesn't seem that good here. Like, because I don't want to be discarding cards. I want to keep my removal spells in my hand. It's only really good if we have lands in our hand. So I think Pack Rat... Yeah, Pack Rat seems bad. And then we can probably trim, like... Just because we have to trim... Let's just trim a land. Right? Because we don't need as much mana now. So we can just trim a land. So let's get rid of a... like a castle, whatever the hell this thing's called. You're on the PS4? Okay, then, Selmsis, I will take yours into account. Start speeding. Just go and chuck anything in the sideboard. Just make sure it has a Braid, Pithing Needle, and then some amount of counter spells if it's a Jeskai thing. And then what I'll do is I'll put it in the next one. So people to vote on. Alright. We're going to mulligan this. This only has one land in it, essentially. This will do. This is kind of the hand we don't mind keeping. Let's get rid of a... I kind of want this Nykthos Shrine to Nyx, but I don't think we need it. We do need one more land for the Murderous Rider, but we've got removal spells in the meantime. Let's go ahead and get rid of Nykthos. Let's just start off with this and pass. I'm hoping my opponent doesn't have the turn 1 Hardened Scales here, but if they do, they do. Yep, 1 second. 1-1-0. There we go, dude. Oh, yeah, that was probably a punt by me. Maybe I should have just led on Thoughtseize. They have the Whiny Constrictor as well. Oh, dear. There's the Urborg off the top. Yeah, I definitely should have led with Thoughtseize, shouldn't I? That was poor. Okay, let's go Thoughtseize now. Shit. We might be in trouble. We might be in a lot of trouble. Hangback Walker is the one card we don't want to see because our removal spells are much, much worse. I guess we have board wipes we can draw into. I think we have to take the Whining Constrictor here. Yeah, I probably should turn 1 Thoughtseize there. I think we don't turn 1 Thoughtseize if our opponent's on, like, a control deck or something like that. Let's just go ahead and do this now. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and gift the board now, get it down. Bioblight would be very good in this matchup. To be fair, it would be... what did we bring in again? I can't remember. There's loads of board wipes. I know that much. Another Hangback Walker. That is going to be a problem, isn't it? We really need to draw a board wipe because we're just going to get wrecked in the air by Thopters. The good news is we have, you know, some amount of life gain here. Jesus, that's a lot of lands. Okay, let's attack. Okay, we have to use this now. The reason being is because if we wait... This one, okay. If we wait, our opponent gets to activate this in response. So, sure, we're going to take damage here that we wouldn't have taken otherwise, but our opponent's going to get more Thopters, twice as many Thopters, if we wait until next turn, so it's just better to do it now. Okay, if someone would have thought sees the hand scales, we might have been okay, I admit. Oh my god, we are so fucked. Triple Hangerback Walker, that's just sick. Right, we don't know about any of the cards in their hand. Right, if we draw a board wipe, though, we're fine. We're fine if we draw a board wipe, I think. Although our opponent will still get to 3 Thopters out of the deal. Oh my god! Yes, okay, sure. Oh, I should attack first, actually, I think, because there's a chance my opponent blocks there, I don't know. But I still don't think they block it, there's no way they block. Okay, let's play this, cast this. And, yeah. At least this way we're gaining life, so this we're still taking... We're still net down 3 life a turn. Oh wait, no, they're just going to gain loads of life, aren't they? Never mind, that doesn't work. Okay. It does not feel good paying 2 mana to kill a Thopter token here, but we might just have to. Oh, wait, I should have attacked with Mutavault. I should have animated Mutavault. All the punts. We're hitting all the punts today. Okay. We have to do this, unfortunately. We don't have much of a choice. I'd like the other land now, the one that allows us to draw a card and lose life equal to the amount of cards in our hand. Yep. So much life gain, that's pretty sick. I mean, it doesn't really matter. If we get control of the board, their life total doesn't matter, because we're just going to kind of just take over eventually. Wow. Wow. So what you came with? Cool, we'll take a look, man. Let's take a look. Let's just play this. There's a reasonable argument that I shouldn't play that to demonstrate a removal spell, but my opponent's clearly on the plan of, we're going to attack you, we're going to gain more life than you can possibly deal damage to us. That's the plan at the minute. I don't see that shit. See ya. We're dead. Okay, I probably got there. Yeah, it turns out the triple Walking Ballista hand was too good for us. Right, what won in the vote? What won the vote? Who got the most votes? Oh wait, that's not the same vote. My bad. That's the last one. Okay, guys. I'm going to assume that most people don't want me to play Abzan on stream, but I will go for whichever one has the most votes. So I'm going to give it like a minute while I send this deck back. But let's take a look at what we did with this deck. This deck was really good. I think Hardened Scales might be a rough matchup for us. At least we just didn't draw our sideboard cards. Obviously, in Game 2 there, I thought Seas would have been pretty good on turn 1, as it turns out. But you can definitely see the appeal of this deck. You can see the power there. I don't think anything was particularly bad. I just didn't think we get matchups like Dreadshade. We didn't get matchups where Dreadshade would be good. Pack Rats, we didn't go against like the controlling decks and stuff like that. So Pack Rat, again, probably not that good in those particular matchups. It doesn't mean they're necessarily bad in general. I think what